All right, welcome to the Explainer. Look, if you've ever wasted an entire afternoon recopying data into a report, you already know how maddening out-of-date documents can be. Well, today, we are going to fix that. We're going to unlock the secret to making your documents way smarter, saving you a ton of time and making sure your work is always accurate and professional.
We've all been there, right? So picture this. You've spent hours getting a report just perfect. You've copied in all the data. The charts look amazing. And you finally send it off. And then you get that email. The source state has changed. A sales number was updated. Now your whole beautiful report is wrong, and you're stuck going back, manually recopying everything, just hoping you don't mess it up. It's just so frustrating, isn't it?
The problem, really, is that your files are basically strangers to each other. They're disconnected. You've got your Word doc, your Excel spreadsheet, your PowerPoint, and they're all just living in their own little bubbles. So when one changes, the others have no idea. But what if they could actually talk to each other?
Well, the solution has a name, and it's called integration. This is all about making your different apps work together seamlessly. It's what turns that jumble of separate files into one powerful, interconnected system.
And you know what? Modern software suites, think Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, they're designed for this. This all happens using two main methods, and we're going to master them today: linking and embedding. They might sound similar, but trust me, they do totally different things. Okay, so here's the absolute key difference, and I want you to remember this. Linking is like opening a live window to your original file. When the source file changes, whatever is in that window changes with it. It's dynamic, it's alive, but there's a catch. You've always got to have access to that original source file. Embedding, on the other hand, is like taking a photocopy. You get a perfect snapshot, it's totally self-contained, but it's static. It's never going to change, and it'll make your file a bit bigger. So one is live, the other is a snapshot.
All right, enough theory. Let's make this real. Let's say we're putting together a monthly sales report in Microsoft Word, and we need to pull in a chart from an Excel spreadsheet where all the real data lives.
So the old way, right? You just copy from Excel, paste into Word, it looks good, it's in the report, job's done. Or so you think. This is exactly where that old, frustrating problem kicks in.
Because what happens a week later when the final sales numbers for the month get confirmed back in that Excel file? With that simple copy-paste you did, your Word document is now showing old, wrong data. Now you're stuck doing the whole thing all over again.
Ugh.
But if you had linked that file instead of just pasting it, oh, this is where the magic happens. When you open your Word document, it will actually ask you, hey, the source file changed. Want to update? You click yes, and bam! Instantly, your chart updates with the absolute latest data from Excel. No recopying, no mistakes, just perfect, synced up info. And the best part? Creating this link is actually super easy. Usually just go to the Insert tab and look for the Object tool. You'll want to choose Create from File, go find your source spreadsheet, and then, and this is the absolute most important part, you gotta check that little box that says Link to File. That one click is what makes the magic happen.
Now, this whole idea isn't just for desktop stuff. Not at all. It's actually a core feature in the cloud, especially with something like Google Workspace. Let's take a look at how they handle it.
The process is, you guessed it, really similar. When you paste a chart from a Google Sheet into a Google Doc, it'll ask if you want to link it. You say yes, and then anytime the data in that source sheet changes, you'll see this awesome little Update button pop up right there on your chart or table. You click it, and you're done. Everything's in sync. It really is that easy. Okay, a quick pro tip for you. So, something to watch out for. When you're moving files between, say, Microsoft and Google, the translation isn't always one-to-one. You might see some weird formatting shifts, or a really fancy chart might not look quite right. So it's always a good idea to just give that imported file a quick once-over. Check your fonts, check the spacing, and make sure everything looks good. Okay, so everything we've talked about so far, this manual linking, is already a massive game changer. But the next evolution, this is where things get really interesting. The future is all about AI, with smart assistants built right into your software to do all the heavy lifting for you. You're seeing tools like Microsoft Copilot and Google Bard being baked right into the apps you use every day. Just imagine telling your computer, hey, make me a 10-slide presentation based on the Q3 sales report Word doc and the trend data from this Excel sheet. The AI will get it. It'll find the files, pull out the important stuff, and build the whole thing for you. That is the next level. This is all thanks to something called generative AI. You know, the tech behind tools like ChatGPT that everyone's talking about. And its real magic is that it can understand what you're saying almost like you're talking to a person. It can ask you questions to clarify, and it can create brand new stuff. That conversational power is what's making all this automated integration possible. Okay, let's bring it all home. How do you decide which one to use? It really just comes down to one question. How live does your data need to be? If your data is live and it's definitely going to change, you want to link it. If you need a final unchangeable version, you embed it. And if you just need a quick one-off grab and you don't care about updates, then a simple copy and paste is totally fine.
So look at this table. Think of this as your new best friend, your decision-making toolkit. The next time you're about to copy something, just stop and ask yourself, do I need a live file that's always current? Then I'm linking. Is this the final version that's going in an archive? I'm embedding. Do I just need it once, real quick? Simple copy and paste it is. This little framework will save you so much time.
So here's the big takeaway today. Your documents, they don't have to be lonely islands. They are designed to work together, to be part of a smart, dynamic system. So the only question left is, how are you going to connect them? Thanks for hanging out with me on The Explainer.